Hey there, today we're going to be looking at the Caixa pattern for the iconic Rio Samba school, Mocidade Independente de Padre Miguel. By the end of this video, you'll be able to understand the feel of this rhythm as well as be able to play it. If you stay till the end, there's a practice section of this video where you can practice along with increasing tempos and other instruments. This rhythm is also known as Brazilian Clave or Mocidade Clave, due to it being similar to the Afro-Cuban song clave or 3/2 clave. However, this isn't strictly a clave. That's a whole other video in the making. It's super similar, and understanding 3/2 clave will help you understand a bossa clave and vice versa. I'm going to break down the main accents of the groove with the pulse and then build it from there. There's 5 key accents that we're going to look at first. These are very similar to a 3/2 song clave, if you're familiar with that. Only we're displacing the last beat. So beat 1 to 2 is 3, 4, 1, 2. So it's the first beat and the last semi-quaver. 3, 4. Yeah? First downbeat, last semi-quaver. The next accent is going to be on the offbeat of beat 2, which sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4. 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. The next accent is on the offbeat of beat 3. So adding that into what we've got so far. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4. Now the last accent that we're going to add in here is the one that makes this different. Because usually, in many other clave type rhythms, it will always land on beat 1 and beat 4, the clave. So that there's something to ground upon. So that there's something to build upon and we know where we are. However, in this clave, we don't land on beat 4. We skip to the next semi-quaver. So slowed down, playing it a few times. It's like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4. So the same distance that you have between your second accent and beat 2 of the bar is the same relationship as this last accent to beat 4 of the bar. So it's just after. So you'll see lots of Caixa players using bigger Caixas than this, usually like 14 inches. And they'll be playing all of their accents in their dominant hand. And then filling in all the ghost notes with their subdominant hand. The reason being that lots of Afro-Brazilian rhythms use this sort of technique, and it gives a really consistent accent. And that's a sort of remnant that stayed in. So we're filling in all the other semi-quavers or 16th notes that aren't being played, which should help us in terms of being able to find the accents, particularly that last one, which tends to throw people off. So I'm going to play the part again, but filling in all the accents in my left hand. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Even there, me knowing this pattern, it's a bit sketchy to count and play that at the same time. What I love about this rhythm is the way that it snakes around the beat. So the only thing that lands on the tempo is the first accent. Apart from other ghost notes, of course, but in terms of accents, the only thing that lands is beat 1. So it has this weird thing of like throwing you off course and wanting to kind of make that last accent on the pulse. But it's not, and that's the most important thing about this rhythm. Now, I don't typically play this pattern with accents in one hand, ghost notes in the other. What I tend to do is play hand to hand, which is also super popular in Mocidade. The advantage to playing it hand to hand is that when you're playing super fast, you're going to be able to play for a lot longer, especially if you're used to playing it in that style. I can't think of any other examples where you're playing with your subdominant hand most of the time and your dominant hand is playing accents. Like even on a drum kit, you're playing with your dominant hand most of the time on the hi-hat to keep the beat going. So this is the inverse of that. So it's quite weird at first to get used to that. So I'd recommend practicing it with hand to hand. Be 1, 2, 3, 4. As I mentioned earlier, the rest of this video is going to be practice. So the tempo is going to increase as we go, starting at 75 BPM and going up to 135, which is a good samba tempo. Warning, this is a little bit dodgier than I had anticipated it would be. So if you're looking for a better backing track, I would just play along to sambas. But if you're looking for something like this, where you're in the one place and the tempo starts slow and ramps up, this is good. It's not my best samba recording ever, but you know, wanted to still upload the video on time. I hope this video has been useful. If more videos about world percussion interest you, then be sure to subscribe. Hope to see you in the next one. Bye.